Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the Brownwood Lions Coaches Show here on KOXE. I'm Derek Stuckley, along with Brownwood Lions head football coach, athletic director Sammy Burnett. It is Thanksgiving week. The Brownwood Lions are still playing football. Coach, how you feeling?
I feel pretty good, pretty blessed. A lot of things to be thankful for in our community right now in our program, so I feel truly blessed.
All right, well, let's start with recapping Friday's game. 31-10 win over Canyon. Jumped out to a 17-0 lead at halftime. Canyon made a little run there in the third quarter. We kind of squashed that and finished off the game. So just your overall thoughts on the performance.
Yeah, I thought our kids played extremely well. Defensively, I thought we did a great job. Offensively, there was a couple of series that I didn't feel like we were turning on, all cylinders, but I got that fixed as well. Always opportunity in the special teams game to do something. So I was really pleased with the kids. And, in a playoff game, the deeper you go, the more you're going to have momentum swings. They came out second half and kicked an onside kick that we were prepared for and knew exactly where they were going to kick it and who they were going to kick it to, and we just didn't execute. And sometimes that happens. They were able to march down the field through a long pass and got them a touchdown, so they got on the board. And then we had a pretty bad series. Not a bad series, just didn't move the chains like I wanted to the previous drive. Then they wound up kicking the field goal, and I think it was at some point a 7-point game. And then when the next thing you know, we turn around and gain the momentum back with a big kick return. So just took the momentum back and finished the game strong, scored 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and held them to none. And in the big picture, we won the first half 17-0. Our goal coming out of the half was to win the second half. Tell them, I don't care how you do it. Win the second half. We scored 14 points. They scored 10, so we won both halves, and we're victorious over what I thought was a really strong Canyon team. Finished the season 10-2 with them, and we held them to the least amount of points that they had scored all year. So I was really pleased with what turned out. The weather was bad. It was snow flurries at times. It was cold, but you know what? I looked up there in the stands at the end of the game. We had a lot of people there, so what a blessing that was. So all in all, it was a great night for the Brownwood Lions.
You always talk about the importance of special teams. Other than the onside kick, I thought we did pretty well. They had went down, had the missed field goal. We had a couple of big punt returns that set up touchdowns. Of course, Jordan's kick return swung the momentum back. So just your overall thoughts on special teams, and you've mentioned it before, the importance of that.
Yeah, and we preach to our kids all the time. You look up, and special teams has reversed the field on us, whether it's us punting the ball and pinning them down there on the 1-yard line, which we did, or whether it's taking a punt return back and gaining 20 yards on a punt return. You look up, you got the ball at their first down marker. So that's big, and for Jordan to set up a big return like he did, we're capable of doing that all the time. Lately, people hadn't kicked to us very well to do that, but special team Junior Martinez is phenomenal, so that helped win a ball game for us, and it's big, and we stress that to our kids. Ryan Jackson is our special teams coordinator and does a phenomenal job of that. We assist him in every way we can to make sure that we got the best personnel out there, and also, that we help them teach the scheme that we're going to do that week. But Ryan Jackson, who came to us from Odessa, has done a phenomenal job with the special teams, and like I said, it's one of the phases of the game. I mean, you can't your heart doesn't beat without all 4 chambers. We got to have all 3 chambers of our heart on Friday night beating and doing it properly for our body to work. So special teams is huge for us, and we spend a lot more time than most people do on special teams. So I'm proud of the way that they have performed.
You talk about defense winning championships. Over the last 3 games, you're allowing 4 points and 179 yards per game. So just talk about the way the defense has come on lately.
They're awesome. Phenomenal. Led up front by, Quentin McCarty, Cole Miller, and Davis Lee, and along with Logan Knight. Trent Lofton gets it on the front side. They do an extremely good job of keeping people off our linebackers, and we got probably 4 of the best ones, and 3 of them were on the field at the time, with Jalen Brown and Stevie Ramirez, and then Sam Coleman and our senior leader, Chance Jones. You got 2 of those guys over 100 tackles, working into the 120s now, getting close to the 120s. You got a safety in Jake Jaton, who's right behind him a little bit, closer to 100, and you got a D lineman, Quentin McCarty, who's the same boat. They're all fighting. They're 1 tackle away from who's going to win that. And they don't. It's personal to them a little bit, but it's a friendly competition on who's going to do their job and make the most tackles. So they're actually thriving on that, and like I said, doing a good job. But defense went shape. Marcelo Hooker and Jordan Nickerson at corners, and then you got Case Markham and Braden Dobb playing those safeties. I mean, I thought they did a great job the other night. They went 4 vertical a lot on us, and then against a cover 3 team, that's the worst play you can run against a cover 3 team for the defense, and our kids played it well. They got a big play off of a penalty, which I didn't think was a penalty, but a couple of those, but that sort of happens sometimes. But all in all, if our defense is holding teams like that to 10 points, we're going to win ball games.
You're right. Offensively, we only get to run 40 plays. They ran 70. Time of possession was a big deal. I guess, how do you prepare offensively against teams that may be trying to play keep away?
We just make sure that we focus on every play of every drive. Try not to get behind the chains in penalties. That's huge. I mean, 2 times in that game we get a holding penalty that we're not able to overcome. I watched the film. I don't think it was a holding penalty. I thought it was a great pancake block by Chris Robinson, and then we flinch on a play that makes us kick a field goal. If we keep ourselves from doing that and we march down the field and we score every time we touch the ball, we get points, we feel we can be successful. So that's our big focus. Every time we touch the football, we don't want to punt. We want to come away with points. And, that first drive of the game after they drove down and we got the ball on about the 1 foot line, we drove all the way down the field methodically and wound up that penalty made us kick a field goal. But we got points on those drives and look up and it's 17-0 at half. But, I think we kicked our field goal on the first possession on the first play of the second half. First play of the second quarter. So they were definitely trying to slow the game down and run the football and do what they want to do. So we just emphasize to our guys how important it is to make sure we focus and we score on every play, every drive.
Wichita Falls is next, Friday night at 7 at Abilene Christian. Second part of a doubleheader. Decatur and Canyon Randall are going to play at 1 there. Big day of football. So just your thoughts on what's ahead for the Lions.
We're going to just keep doing what we do the rest of the week. Stay grounded, stay focused. I've relayed to the kids this morning when we did weights and walkthroughs that you're 3 games away from playing for a state championship, and what you focus on is today, because today is what you can control. We're going to get better at what we do today. Refine what we see on film that we need to continue to grow and work on, and just become masters at what we do and just work on us. And if we work on us and we play to the level that we can and to our potential, it really doesn't matter who we play next. So that's our focus. But in a perspective of long term, and when you start a season in August and you're talking about winning a state championship or going to a state championship, it's sort of a myth to those kids. They don't understand. But try to put a picture in their head this morning of how close they can be to doing that. As long as they just, it's an elephant, man, and you can't take that elephant and stuff in your mouth, you'll choke to death. But if you just take one bite at a time and you stack days on days, eventually you'll tackle that elephant and have it eaten. So that's our goal. That was our focus today. Let's work on us and make sure we're becoming masters at our craft at the position that we play, and do it to the best of our abilities so that our teammates can do there and continue to have passion and continue to work hard. That's the fuel that's got us there. And we'll look up on Friday and we'll be successful again, and then we'll come back Monday and get ready for the next one.
Of course, we'll talk more about Wichita Falls Wednesday. Got any quick scouting info you can share with
They got 2 tall receivers on the outside that are good. Quarterback's versatile, can throw the ball well. They got 3 good running backs, good middle linebacker. So they're at the same place we are for a reason. They got a pretty good football team.
Okay. Tickets for Friday night.
Yep, tickets are $10 and $5 at the gate. You can pay cash, or you can use your phone to take a picture of one of those things and buy it that way. But they will have them at the gate for $10 and $5. We didn't have a choice in that. That's what their stadium makes you pay. So sorry about the ticket prices, but it'll be well worth your money if you come out. Someone asked a question about will they clear the stands after the first game to watch the second game. I don't think so. They don't usually do that at facilities. It's too hard to manage that and do that. So I think if you pay $10, you could go watch a doubleheader if that was your choice. But $10 and $5 at the gate. I think under a certain 5, I think, is free. So that's how you get those tickets.
All right. Well, what else is going on?
Well, we had girls basketball. They played this last weekend at the Hamilton tournament. All 3 girl teams were out on the court playing last week, and congratulations to our freshman team. They won their tournament, and then our JV got 3rd. And our varsity got 4th, and Coach Hortz was really, I talked to her Sunday. We're working, she's up there in the gym, and she's excited about what's going on and whether her girls are progressing and growing, and she's got some younger kids that are doing really well. So it's nice to see the younger groups doing well when we're taking kids from the younger groups and put them on the varsity, and they're all 3 being successful. So congratulations to them. I also wanted to mention that some volleyball all-district honors. Cassidy Wooten was first team all-district, so congratulations to her for that. She's one of those senior players, one of the 3 seniors that we had. And then Ibis Alvarado was second team all district volleyball. So congratulations to those young ladies and their efforts in volleyball.
Let's see, anything else going on this week?
Basketball today in the gym at the moment is Brownwood and the early Longhorn, Lady Longhorns, Lady Shorthorns. I'm not sure what they're called. Lady Longhorns?
Lady
Longhorns. So they're playing today at Warren Gym. Tomorrow, our girls, this is sort of crazy. Our girls basketball team are going to play Odessa, and they're going to play them in Glen Rose.
So how did that happen?
I asked that dumb question. I'm like, Coach, what's going on there? So apparently they're having a big kind of, let's all get together and play gyms in our games in our phenomenal gym and all that and da-da-da. Well, Odessa was wanting to come down here, and apparently we were going to head that way or something, and they said, we'll play you there. So we're going to play Odessa in Glen Rose. We're probably already going to be there anyway. And then our boys will go to Comanche and play at 5 o'clock. So that's a 4 o'clock tip-off. You hear that tip-off? I got a basketball terminology in there. 4 o'clock tip-off at Glen Rose with the girls against Odessa on Tuesday, and the boys tip-off at 5 o'clock at Comanche.
All right, and of course the Lions play Friday night 7 against Wichita Falls. Of course, it's Thanksgiving week, a little early, not quite Thanksgiving yet. So, Coach, we'll give you the floor. What are you most thankful for this year?
Oh, you're trying to get me emotional, aren't you?
Maybe.
What am I most thankful for? Without a doubt, the relationships that I've been able to build with our kids and our coaches, period. I'm having more fun with those kids than I've had in a long time. I've been doing this 30 years, and I try to tell them as much as I can tell them, thank you for allowing me to be a part of what we're doing. You know, there's a lot of times that I get upset and that I have to set the discipline, or I have to, make decisions that they don't always like or whatever. But you know what? Those kids have grown to understand why we do what we do, and they follow those rules and policies, and they're just shining for it. So for them to listen to an old man like me, and to have an opportunity to work with a great coaching staff like we have, and to be around those kids and to see how they've grown since they were in 8th grade, brings me a whole lot of joy.
Yeah, 10 wins and still playing Thanksgiving weekend is pretty nice too.
What a blessing. What a blessing.
All right. Anything else you want to mention today, Coach?
Yep, just thank those that make this show possible. Auto Glass Magic, Bruner Auto Group, Syntex Body and Paint, Syntex Equipment Sales, Citizens National Bank, Dan Hill Containers, Dr. Bon Young, Dr. Pepper Bottling Company, Edward Jones Investments, Hendrick Medical, Howie Enterprises, Humphrey Peets, Landmark Clive, Heartland Funeral Homes, MC Bank, Painter Johnson Associates, Smith & Sharp Agency, Sonic Drive-In, Stanley Chrysler, Texas Bank, Weldon Wilson Electric, Western Bank, and Willie's Teas.
All right, we will be back Wednesday to talk more about Wichita Falls here on KOXE, KOXE.com, the KOXE app, and the KOXE Facebook pages.
Have a great day, Brownwood.